Coming up on an all-new edition of Pro Wrestling Show. We have the Raw Ring Report, the SmackDown Report, the AEW Report, NXT Report, as WrestleMania 36 is just nearly 1 week away. The show and shows where we are still on the road to WrestleMania. There'll be some changes after this WrestleMania will be unprecedented with no fans, no fanfare. It's a small performance center and specifically at specific places, different locations that we never thought existed for this WrestleMania. And on Hot Topics, as WrestleMania might be turned upside down, as one of the main events might be changed. All this and more as All the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, KG's here. Glad you joined us here at the Pro Wrestling Show. Don't forget to join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on the net. Thank you all once again. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, subscribe. It's that simple. Subscribe. The Pro Wrestling Show will be there. Get those notifications for you. And we bring wrestling content each and every week. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you all once again. Let's get to the Raw Ring Report. The Monday Night Raw Ring Report kicked off with Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar's advocate. Paul Heyman said that he normally does a spoiler. But this time, Paul Heyman talked about they're in a time of uncertainty. I guess they're talking about the coronavirus. This is where they got to use that. You ever wonder, WWE never says coronavirus because they don't want to even bring it up and stuff. But that's one thing for certain. Paul Heyman said that Drew McIntyre will not beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Drew does not have the moxie to beat Brock Lesnar. And that Brock Lesnar would defeat Drew McIntyre. And he said there ain't no prediction. That's a spoiler. So we'll see coming up next week. We have to predict the outcome for WrestleMania. We're just going to do one predicted outcome for the entire WrestleMania. And it kicks off next week here on Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect. Also, Raw provided some insight on Brock Lesnar's dominance. They did a flashback rerun of the Royal Rumble 2005. Brock Lesnar defended his championship against Seth Rollins and against John Cena in the impressive triple threat match. So they was trying to get you, settled in with their full length show. So Brock won. That was just a replay. Also, the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles, cut a promo on The Undertaker about adjusting to their match to WrestleMania to a Boneyard match. You don't even know what a Boneyard match is. I think it's going to be a lot of gimmick matches coming to WrestleMania due to the fact that there's going to be no fanfare. It's going to be a performance center in specific locations. If you look at the WWE game, 2K games, where they'll have like an arena and they'll have like a backstage arena and they'll have like some random location and stuff like that Wasteland, Warland, and that 80s theme and stuff like that. So I'm predicting that The Undertaker will accept this match coming up on Raw, and they're going to have their match, the Boneyard match. I don't know what it could be. It could be like a shed of dead bones everywhere, skulls everywhere, and they just fight to the finish. So that's what I'm assuming. We'll see. Also, Raw had to get used to what AEW was doing again, to where they had a tag team match where Andrade, the United States champion, and his tag partner, Angel Garza, went against Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. They buried both of them. Once again, Alexander and Ricochet in the match. But the Street Profits was on commentary, and they had made known that the Street Profits would defend the tag team titles against Garza and Andrade. So Street Profits would defend their titles against Garza and Andrade. Andrade looking to add more gold. Selena Vega like to say, add more gold to her stable of champions. Also, Street Profits was no longer in the way. They was in action as well too. They went against the Australian boys of NXT, Brandon Vick and Shane Thorne, and they pinned them quick and easy, trying to send a message to Garza and Andrade. So Shayna Baszler was interviewed by Carla Caruso about her upcoming match at WrestleMania against Becky. Baszler described how she likes to destroy things and how she's a cage fighter. Becky Lynch came from behind, attacked her, and nailed her with a chair, sending her a complete message that WrestleMania, she's going to be coming in WrestleMania as champion. She's coming leaving out WrestleMania as champion. Now, quick stat that someone put that Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, Macho Man Randy Savage, and a few others went to WrestleMania. They won the championships, and they coming back from WrestleMania defended 1 year later. That'd be an almond right there that Becky Lynch could join that list of champions who won the championship at last year's WrestleMania and coming to this WrestleMania could lose it. We'll see. We'll see on that. Also, Aleister Black defeated Leo Ruff by pinfall. It wasn't even a match. It was just some taunting, and then it was just a black mask. It was just quick and easy. And plus, they're saying that Aleister Black goes against Lashley. We'll talk about that. That may happen, it may not, but it wasn't no build-up, no fanfare, no excitement. They could just at least build that up or something. They just put it out there to the cards, man. Seth Rollins talked to Kevin Owens about how the WWE Performance Center wasn't around when he first came to the company, and that because he built it on the foundation he created. What foundation he's talking about. He wants to do the same for Raw, but Owens keep getting in his way. So Seth Rollins was lecturing Kevin Owens that, hey, all you see here came from me. Seth Rollins was the first NXT champion, so he got a point. But we'll see. It's a battle of wits between Rollins and KO when it comes at WrestleMania. Also, they replayed Asuka versus Charlotte Flair from WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, where Charlotte defeated Asuka's streak. Asuka had that streak, and it just went downhill from there. And Charlotte had that interview that she's going to prove to Rhea Ripley that she's going to get the job done one way, one how, and become NXT Women's Champion. A lot of people saying that's kind of like a step down from what you could have went for one of the two main women's championships, but Charlotte won the new challenge, so hey, here's what it is. And finally, Randy Orton cut a promo accepting his Edge's idea of last man standing, saying it was Edge's fault. Edge put himself in this predicament, and he's going to take Edge out of his misery. And we'll see between these two former tag team partners of Radar KO, once were enemies, now they're full circle at WrestleMania, a last man standing match. Who's going to withstand the 10 count at WrestleMania? Will it be Edge or Orton? We'll just have to see and find out. All right, that ends the Raw Ring Report this week. Let's move over to the SmackDown Ring Report. On the SmackDown Ring Report this week, man, SmackDown kicked off with Bayley and Sasha Banks. Kicked off the show with some promo time. They just ran and raving about what Paige done to them and put them against each other and stuff. Bayley mentioned how Paige planned to get Sasha Banks, so her stuff won't work. Their friendship is tighter than ever. The boss didn't quite agree, but was cut off disagreeing by Lacey Evans, who came out, and then followed by Naomi, and then followed by Tamina. Everyone's talking about how they're going to win the title at WrestleMania in the Fatal 5-Way match. It was going to be a 6-pack with Dana Brooke was involved, but she was taking out the match. He was in quarantine. They didn't even address that in a slight bit. Tamina ran rough shots on Evans and Naomi, and then Banks and Bayley, the women's champion, left away, screwed away. Then that one part of Tamina. Tamina could be the dark horse in the match. You see. Also, Drew Gulak went against Shinsuke Nakamura. If Drew Gulak won his match, Shinsuke, then that means Daniel Bryan will earn an Intercontinental Championship match against Sami Zayn one-on-one. Sami Zayn was a commentary blue color, but Drew Gulak withstand the test of time and helped his friend Daniel Bryan win over Shinsuke Nakamura, and now Daniel Bryan will face Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Also backstage, Otis and Dolph Ziggler had to be separated from each other. Ziggler challenged Otis to a match at WrestleMania, and later that night, Mandy Rose said she is not comfortable being with the final, like she's surprised we won. Now we'll see. If you look back where Remember Chris Jericho did that Canadian dollar bet on Trish Stratus? Yeah, he sleep with Trish Stratus. It's just a storyline. And it turns out Christian was in Chris Jericho's head. Turns out now it could be the same. Mandy Rose could be 2-time and oldest. Get, been with Dolph for the past week, and then oldest was kind of smitten with Mandy. And it turns out they was in on the plan. So you never know. Also, after Elias was singing and stuff, King Corbin came out behind and attacked the Lions and threw him off the stage platform. So King Corbin sent a message to Elias at WrestleMania that I'm going to do the best I can to eliminate you mercifully. Ooh. Also, former women's tag team champion Alexa Bliss went against Asuka. Asuka and Alexa Bliss had a good match. Alexa Bliss was doing dance moves throughout the match. Asuka was doing her taunt. It was the first time Asuka appeared on SmackDown. They've been doing that cross promotion since Asuka can appear on SmackDown for the tag team titles. But Alexa Bliss won. Nick Cross was at ringside doing color. I don't know if this is going to give them an opportunity for winning tag team titles or not. Let's see. Also, they replayed Roman Reigns versus Triple H for WrestleMania 32 to extend SmackDown for full length. Stephanie was out there from Dallas, the historic WrestleMania that you can catch. By the way, this weekend, this Sunday on ESPN for this full show. So Roman Reigns triumphantly won there, but they didn't mention the elephant in the room. We'll talk about that later on Hot Topics. Also, Bray Wyatt did his 5-5 Funhouse, and he did a big thing. He made a challenge to John Cena to a 5-5 Funhouse match at WrestleMania, and drank the Smoothie Man out, Rambling Rabbit, and the greens of like self-loathing and that. So, Bray Wyatt wants to know, is it going to be him and Cena one-on-one in a 5-5 Funhouse match? I don't even know what a 5-5 Funhouse match is. And John Cena just had to come to Bray Wyatt's sanctuary and fight. And finally, The Miz and John Morrison were on a commentator waiting to see who they were going to meet for the tag team titles. When they intervened, when the New Day versus the Usos between the two teams, which caused a draw, which they should have knew better than that. That means that all three teams were clashed in a triple threat match for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. And Mike Cole performed. And Miz and Morrison did not like that one bit. One bit at all. Alright. That is the SmackDown report. When we return, we're going to have Hot Topics in the Wednesday night report where NXT and AEW pull out another night of complete Wednesday night action. I'm going nowhere. This is Pro Wrestling Show. Stay tuned. Back to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid Biscuit. Glad you join us here on the next week. Thank you all for watching once again the Pro Wrestling Show, where we are the Pro Wrestling Show that matters. That's wrestling matters. Thank you all once again. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to the tell a friend, subscribe, and join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. All right, let's get to the hot topics. All right, this is the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room right now is Roman Reigns pulls himself out of the WrestleMania 36 main event. One of the two big night main events. Roman Reigns pulled himself out due to him having his leukemia, his cancer diagnosis, leukemia. Roman Reigns felt like he didn't want to go due to the COVID-19 outbreak. And that's understandable. That's honorable. Roman Reigns pulled himself out. He can get another shot at the title. Once he gets healthy and recovered and feel comfortable and all this COVID-19 stuff go away. So, hey, just, fight another day. Now there are rumors and reports that Braun Strowman might be Roman's likely to replace him. But SmackDown did not make breaking news and nothing like that. Then this WrestleMania coming up, they got to do it this week. If they don't, sometime during .com this week, they got to make something coming around. If they don't, then they kind of like leading false advertising. I'm just telling like I'm seeing it. All right. Speaking of that, Tuesday night this last Tuesday night was the premiere of Dark Side of the Ring, season 2 of the critically acclaimed series on the Vice Network. Wow. It was a riveting documentary. They documented part 1 and part 2 of the Chris Benoit double murder-suicide tragedy. And it was that. And they even gave showings of it, we talked about last week, on this YouTube channel, which reached over close to 3 million on part 1. Then they released part 2, and then they had an after show, which it was so riveting. We saw the first part when they talked about Chris Benoit and Nancy, about their wrestling backgrounds, how they met each other, and how did they domestic violence. Part 2 was more sensationalizing, and it got to what was going on with critical information, where Benoit was, they went deep pinpoint when Benoit was making his killings, making his rounds, and he really, wow. Chris Benoit was a great wrestler, but the damage he did, he almost, like Chris Jericho said, almost made the sport and killed the sport of wrestling. And we all love it. And Chris Benoit, great wrestler, but what he did, that was unacceptable. And, killing his wife, his son, and himself, you know, that's just crazy. Ooh, you just can't explain it. Okay. Whew. It's chilling, and then this week they're gonna talk about New Jack. You may know him from ECW fame, New Jack. We'll see how this all plays out. And just say it's a real good show. It's a real good show, documentary series. Also, speaking of somebody, Brody Lee made his debut at AEW as this after one, and he's better known as Luke Harper in WWE. Went on Chris Jericho podcast this week and talked about why he left WWE. Watch this.
The way I do talk, Vince doesn't see a person that looks like me talking like me. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he could get over that. He saw a backwoods hillbilly who talked in a southern drawl and being from Rochester, New York, and being somewhat eloquent, he didn't understand. And it just didn't compute with him. And Arn, I think, was maybe to the detriment, was one of my biggest supporters in meetings. And Arn would even say that. Arn would say, hey, man, I'm just going to stop speaking up for you because I don't think it's doing you any favors.
Right, yeah.
You know, so I had my supporters, just not, I guess, vocal ones, not ones that were willing to go to bat for me to a point. And once I fell into a role, no matter what I pitched, no matter what I showed anybody, I wasn't digging my way out of it to the audience of one.
But there was that one point where you had like a run for the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe you might have even won the Intercontinental Championship.
Won the Intercontinental Championship. Had it for, I think, 27 days and had a hell of a, the next, I think, 4 or 5 months I worked Dolph on all the house shows and had a blast. Had a great ladder match with Dolph. That was probably the peak.
And the ladder match was on a pay-per-view.
Yep.
I remember that, yeah.
In his hometown. Got my wife to worry about me because she was live and she thought I got hurt, so I knew I did a good job.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of like the peak. But even then, don't think I won a match on TV with the belt. Did a bunch of DQs, lost a bunch of matches, and it almost was like I lost favor almost instantly as soon as I won the belt. It was like, okay, here you go, and then it was like didn't even get a chance to do anything with it. Pitched a whole bunch of different things for angles, for ideas to change the character, and then he just wasn't buying them.
What were some of the ideas that you had to change the character?
So I wanted to be a collector of some sort, almost like, so I'm very much into serial killers and stuff like that. So I wanted to collect something from each person I would beat. And then the problem just became that I wasn't beating anybody. So it was hard to collect from people to do that. I also wanted to be maybe a smart monster, a very intelligent monster where I could speak like I do in a very intelligent way and break my opponents down in a certain way that I wasn't doing in the Wyatt family, and then just have the same matches I was having and look the same exact way. So be this slovenly character, but just very also intelligent, almost like a Bruiser Brody. And again, like I just don't think he could see that way of talking. And I remember going into his office and him telling me, "Hey, I want you to do a Southern drawl." And I was like, "Sir, I'm from Rochester, New York. I think it's
I'm a Yankee."
Yeah, I was like, I think it's going to sound really, really fake. And he goes, "Well, just do me a favor." And he goes, "We don't want it to sound fake, but do me a favor and try it." And I did it for him. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't like that." And so literally walked out and thinking, well, that's gone. It's never going to come up again. And then next week in the script, it was like specific, like Luke Harper, do a Southern accent. And then it was fucked from there.
As you saw right there, Brody Lee explaining why he left WWE. He felt like WWE wasn't for him. They said Mr. McMahon wanted him to have a Southern accent, and he's from New York. So Mr. McMahon should know better. And Brody really wanted to impress, looking like Mr. McMahon, shave that beard, shave that hairpiece, and look like Vince. Talk like him and do like all of them. You really want to make it be impressive. But I guess they ain't gonna go that far because they don't want no copyright infringement. All right. Speaking of that, like I said, a lot of WWE superstars are sick and in quarantine. The list goes from The Miz, Andrade's injured. They said Edge might be rumored out the WrestleMania 36 card. There's a lot going on. We'll see. And then Dana Brooke was sick too. Speaking of that, the WWE offers the WWE Network a free network trial until WrestleMania 36. This is so big. I highly recommend everyone, if you really in quarantine, really don't want to be really introvert, watch the WWE Network. You get your money. You get to get a free trial to maybe one day engage you to buy the product. So it's engaging to see. So I highly recommend that to anybody. Also, we're talking about Teddy Hart's arrested. We don't know the details of what's going on. We get into the facts on what's going on. They said that he was arrested. He's in jail. So we're going to go with that notion. And we'll see sometime next week, and we'll get more details on what's going on with Teddy Hart in this situation. I think he's going to serve 5 years in prison for drug-related issues. Wow. Man. And then finally, Mr. McMahon has heat with CM Punk. There was meetings about WWE bringing CM Punk back, but Mr. McMahon saying that CM Punk, you don't trust him, and he got serious issues. You can't blame Mr. McMahon for that. Mr. McMahon said, I don't want to deal with him. I ain't got time to deal with him. So I can respect that. All right. That ends Hot Topics this week. Let's move over to the NXT Ring Report. On the NXT Ring Report this week, the NXT kicked off with Tyler Breeze versus Austin Theory. Now, we know Tyler Breeze was talking about through his social media channels and saying that Austin Theory thinks he's better than him because he's 12 years younger or something like that. And Austin Theory should know better, that he's an arrogant prick and stuff like that. Austin Theory could be the future NXT. That's why I look at it. Tyler Breeze could be, but they're not doing no. They're making Tyler Breeze like a mechanic. But Tyler Breeze won over a quick victory over Austin Theory, who was playing a rookie mistake. Also, Killian Dane went against Terrence Miles by pinfall. Cameron Grimes defeated Tony Nese. It was a battle of the cruiserweights anyway. Aaliyah seemingly attacked Zana Lee backstage prior to the match as a revenge for Lee for breaking her nose 4 months ago. Lee was unable to compete. Heroes Alive took her place and beat Ali to qualify for the NXT Women's Ladder match. So now, since TakeOver and everything else canceled, we're going to have matches start April 1st throughout NXT. TakeOver matches. Keith Lee admitted he should apologize to Dominic Diamond for letting him out and not realizing that Damian Priest was the one who attacked him. Instead, Dominic came out and said he respected Lee too much to have attacked him. At least she knew better. But he doesn't give a damn about his power. All he wants is the title. Damian Priest came out there and said that he's after the North American title because it will get him more money, more women, more fame, more strength in his legacy. His legacy will live on. And he said that's not going to happen. And he's the champ. Stand his way, Priest ready to make sure he doesn't stand at all. Everyone comes to blows, the fight in with Dominic, jump out of the ring to both of them. All right. Adam Cole came out there and celebrated that he's the longest reigning NXT champ in the world. And he made the decree that he want one of his henchmen, Bobby Fish, wants a match against Velveteen Dream, who is a loser. So Bobby Fish will get the first shot at Velveteen Dream. Danny Burke, Nolan Loca defeated Shane Doan and Brandon Vicker again by submission. It's their mechanic. Hans Murray defeated Casey Nunn to pinfall to qualify for the No One Contenders ladder match. Matt Riddle defeated Roger Strong by pinfall. At the match, Matt Riddle was attacked by Summer and Gore, were managed by Malcolm Bivens. And then there was the finale. Triple H came out there and told Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa that the feud has to come to an end. In 2 weeks, Triple H will find a location for them, like they'll go to an empty building. Just the two of them and the referee, and one of them will walk out, and after that, they will be both gone from NXT. Neither will have to worry about being the heart and soul of the NXT brand anymore, because NXT will move on from them. So it's going to be a loser leave NXT match, I guess. So we'll see. And then they tease that Killer Cross is coming to NXT. Who's going to attack? They're going to attack Chopper. Champ or something. Yeah. All right. That is the NXT ring report. Let's move over to the AEW ring report. The AEW ring report moved up with you know who. Tony Schiavone and Cody Rhodes welcome everyone to the broadcast. And Kenny Omega was there, and they gave the rundown. Tony Schiavone was saying that JR was in spirit, Excalibur, and Taz, and all. But Cody started the match first. He went against Jimmy Havoc. Cody did. It was move after move. Cody even went to the outside and Cody and Havoc outside the ring. It was funny. And then at the end, Cody did the double crossroads, one crossroads, and then he picked him up and did another one and left him laying and got the 1, 2, 3. So Cody wins the match. Also, Jake Hager went against a jobber. He won the match. It was quick. But then the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley came out there. And issued a challenge to him to step up and fight him for the AEW title. That might gonna be a good one. These two horses go against each other. Also, Cody did. We saw that, but Cody got a message from Jake the Snake Roberts that Jake the Snake and Lance Archer are not here to play with. They want some competition. They want it now. And Jake saying that you got to bring somebody, bring anybody, bring RNs, bring your wife, bring somebody to meet them to sign a contract. Cody was kind of hesitant. Cody said he Lance Archer needs to fight somebody else, not him. And, you know how they go. All right. Also, Darby Allin went against Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. Sabian, Darby Allin is a star. Chris Sabian, I'm pretty impressed with Chris Sabian and Penelope Ford. Sabian makes a solid mid-card, but Darby Allin needs to win to keep his momentum flowing. And he did it. It was a good match. I think Hager went against Q2 Marshall, so I forgot about that. Also, Kenny Omega pulled his worth by stealing the show against Sammy Guevara. Kenny Omega, Sammy Guevara had that match for Omega's Mega Championship. It was a good match. I think Sammy Guevara was trying to play too many gimmicks. He was trying to have different boards of people in the audience. Guevara even had a crowd poster of Brandon Rose started making out with him. I was like, what the world? At the end, Kenny Omega won his match. And it was great. It was great. Who else? The Exalted One. We talked about. Made fun of Broly, made fun of Vince McMahon about how Vince McMahon etiquette is, about how Vince McMahon Doesn't like people sneezing. Mr. McMahon doesn't like a lot of stuff, man. You say, are you kidding me? Stuff like that, you know, stuff that Mr. McMahon, you know, did to him. You see, other than that, the Broken Matt Hardy, the confrontation between Broken Matt Hardy and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho talked on the Britney Spears microphone and talked about he didn't like Matt Hardy joining the Elite. He wanted Matt Hardy to join. And Vanguard 1 came in there. Jericho did the same stick, offered him to join the Elite. Vanguard 1 declined, flew out and just left him. Jericho said, whatever. And then they had this weird telekinetic stuff. When Matt Hardy was at the stage, and he went and he zigged and zagged until he finally got there. We knew camera magic and stuff. Matt Hardy came out there. Matt Hardy said that you don't need fans. And Chris Jericho said, I banned the fans because I bought their fans. It was too funny. Like, they said Jericho didn't like this, but to me, it was entertaining to a fact that, hey, they want to be creative, be different, be new. Let's somehow, you know, hey. But it got to the point where Jericho and Matt Hardy both were rambling. Matt Hardy knocked Jericho down. Jericho said, oh, well, you going to pay for that. Jericho sent Sammy Guevara to attack him. Matt Hardy, unbeknownst, Cody and Kenny Omega left the broadcast booth and helped Matt Hardy even the odds against Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Jericho and then Guevara left and being chair shot. Next thing you know, Jericho and Sammy Guevara trying to fight back, and they get Matt Hardy use his telekinesis powers on the pyro, trying to prevent him from this girl. It was Matt Hardy, Cody, and Kenny Omega standing tall. So I guess they were just providing entertainment. It worked. AEW won in the ratings again. So AEW keeps winning. So I be telling Triple H, you need to move to Tuesdays. That's what you should have done in the first place. Just would avoid all this, but they don't want to listen. So you know how they go. All right. Look forward for another edition of AEW. Look forward to Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho. With those silly shenanigans, we know, hey, you can't beat but in draw. Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. All right. Coming up next week on the Pro Wrestling Show, we will have a Predict the Outcome special for WrestleMania 36. Well, we thought WrestleMania 36 was going to have fanfare and pandemonium, but it's going to be in the Performance Center. So we'll give you the best we can, and we'll give you the updates on what's going on in WrestleMania 36 up to the minute, see what's going on. Will it be the full card or will some be subject to changes? We'll see this and all that more. All right. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been Kenny Dix, your host, where wrestling matters. Let's hope to see you next week. See you later.